Reading a book isn't a nightmare anymore, and you can read a book per day or per hour with this 3-step method. All right, let's be honest. If you've ever tried to finish that 500-page book in one sitting, you know how real the struggle is. Pages start looking the same.
It looks the same.
Your eyes feel like they're doing push-ups, and suddenly you're daydreaming about anything else. But here's the kicker. What if you could speed through books like they were Twitter threads and remember everything? Sounds impossible, right? Let's crack the code.
There's a method to them.
3 simple steps that'll have you blitzing through books faster than your friends scrolling through TikToks. And yep, you'll actually remember stuff too. Ready? Let's go. Step 1. Speed. Read like a pro. Okay, first up is the obvious one.
Speed reading books.
But not the skimming and missing half the plot type. I'm talking about a method to push your reading speed up without losing the meaning of what you're reading.
No offense, but how?
Start by using your finger or a pen as a guide. No joke, just by guiding your eyes with your finger, you can increase your reading speed by 25 to 50%. It's like your eyes are playing follow the leader.
I respond to strong leadership.
You'll spend less time wandering around the page and more time, well, reading. Bonus tip. Avoid reading word by word. Your brain doesn't need that. Instead, read in chunks, groups of 3 to 5 words at a time. Think of it as bite-sized reading. Step 2, the recall trick. Memorize without trying. But hey, what's speed without memory? If you forget everything 5 minutes later, what's the point? Here's where the magic happens.
Magic.
This one trick that will lock the info into your brain without cramming. Before you even start reading, skim through the chapter titles, headings, or summaries to build a mental framework. It's like previewing a movie trailer. Your brain gets the gist of what's coming, so when you dive in, it knows what to focus on and where to store that info. Less effort, more retention.
Trying to work smart, not hard.
Then, after you've read a section, pause for a quick mental recap. Don't stress. It's just you casually telling yourself what you learned, like you're explaining it to a friend. This tiny step is like cementing the information into your brain. Boom. You've now remembered way more than you thought possible.
That is amazing!
Good news. If you're still watching, you're officially in the top 10% who've made it this far. So, can I ask for a small favor? Hit that subscribe button and help me on my journey to reach my goals. Your support makes a huge difference. Step 3. Spaced repetition. The secret weapon. All right, we're down to the final secret sauce step. Spaced repetition. Basically, it's the scientific way to say, don't try to cram everything in at once, buddy. Here's how it works. Once you've read something, revisit that information after a few hours, then a day later, then a week later, and so on. It sounds weird, but this technique forces your brain to keep recalling the info, which pushes it from your short-term memory into your long-term memory. Apps like Anki or Quizlet are great for this. They'll literally tell you when to revisit each piece of information. So while everyone else is forgetting what they read last night, you're still retaining stuff you read weeks ago. Now imagine this. Next time you sit down to read, instead of taking days or weeks to finish, you're breezing through books like they're episodes of your favorite show. And you actually remember what you read. If you thought reading was a nightmare before, it's about to turn into the ultimate cheat code. So what's the book you've forgotten for a long time, but always wanted to remember? Drop it in the comments, and let's see how fast you can fly through it with this method. And hey, if you resisted the urge to daydream or get distracted till now, you're already ahead of the game. Don't forget to check out the channel for more self-improvement tips like this, and maybe hit that like button while you're here. Come on, you know you want to.